All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Grow From the Network. And today we want to talk about the difference, or not really the difference, because it's not a huge difference, but we want to talk about our differences that we've seen between taking fig cuttings and fig air layers. Um, Basically, I think that
No.
yeah, hold on. Basically, I think that the air layers will get you fruit faster. What I like about an air layer, which is like this one, we actually air layer. Just say we took. This is basically we kind of can choose a tree or the size you want the tree to look. So when you take an air layer, you can actually get the tip off of your branch. It'll probably already have these branches on it. As opposed to if you're taking a cutting, then you would just like take a piece of cutting off and stick that in the ground or in water. So I'll show you what we did here. Stop talking to Zion. I'll show you what we did here. Is actually these are just fig cuttings that I took from a tree at our church. All right. And all I did was I just took the cutting off the tree and I stuck it in water. So basically here you got a good root system. You can actually take this. I would probably cut off down here because this is not rooting for some reason, but you can cut right there. And what we did here was I took that cutting, once it got some roots, I just took it and stuck it in a pot like this. So this is actually one of those cuttings that we got from the church. Got a few more in here. This one. Just free fig trees taking cuttings. Now, to me, it takes a little bit longer. Let me get it back in that water. Get them back in that water so they can keep drinking. All right. So to me, it takes a little bit longer for it to fruit when you're coming from cuttings. From air layers, oh no, well, this is a cutting, right? This cutting has been this is about our second year, and it's finally fruiting. As is, if you take an air layer here, you'll basically be getting fruit in the first year after your air layer. So the cuttings just take a little bit longer to actually grow out, and then you got to start worrying about training it. This is actually was sent to us. This is called the Cadota fig. And it's just ripe enough.
Oh, yummy.
Look at that. Got that juice. That's like sugar on the outside of it.
Sap.
Let's get inside that.
That's what it called, sap.
So with figs, let's say you always want to just open them up and get a look inside of them. The good thing about this variety that I've read, I don't know about the sweetness yet of it. I'll let Bells take a taste of that one. But I do know that it doesn't change colors as much when it's really ripe. I'll let you taste it. What you think? But you look around here, when they're not ripe, they're small. But as they start to ripen, they start to. All right, you can hold it for me. You want to hold it or you want to eat it? This one here isn't all the way ripe. It's gonna start. Let me let them see that. So you can see the difference between one that's all the way ripe. It gets that little color in it, like it's browning, and this one is just starting to get that color, but it's still kind of hard, not as soft.
How about that one?
Same thing over here.
It's not ready
It's
yet.
starting to drop, kind of like a, I guess like a pregnant lady. See how it's starting to drop, but it's still not soft. So what I said about the Cadota fig was what we actually learned is from when Miss C sent this to us, I kind of looked them up. And what I like about the figs that stay green is that it doesn't really attract the birds like the ones that are green. So the birds come watching and they're like, oh yeah, they're green. And then when they come back and they're purple, like our figs here, which are, what's the name of them?
Louisiana.
Brown turkey fig. Yeah. Our brown turkey fig, it starts off green, which we don't have any on there now, but it starts off green, and then as it ripens, it starts to turn purple and darken up and darken up. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck by that cactus.
That's rose, baby.
So I think that's gonna be that's this video. I actually wanted to show you. I didn't get a chance to taste it because Ari came out.
It is very sweet.
And I tried to come out by myself, me and Bells, but she caught us. So there you go. She had to come out with us. But from what I've learned is the cuttings just take a little bit longer than your air layers. But both have good success rates. So if you're just thinking about taking cuttings, most people don't go through this route of putting them in water, but I have seen some people do it online. I just wanted to stick it in water because that way it kind of makes sure that it gets the water as it grows, as opposed to if you're going to stick it straight in a pot or straight in the ground, you're probably going to want to water it a little bit. So we do have some in the back by the chicken cage. No, it's not ready yet. It's not ready. Yeah, it's not ready yet.
She takes the first one.
That one not ready yet. So we do have some in the back by the chicken cage that we actually just got from a guy that watches the channel, and we just stuck them in the ground. I probably stuck about 10, 11, 12 cuttings in the ground, but only 3 of them actually sprouted some new leaves. So that's it for today's
Video update.
Yeah, updating. So if you hadn't seen I planted one in the ground. One of our air layers I planted in the ground. Probably this year I'm going to plant one of these cadotas in the ground. Probably also going to plant that one in the ground. Our little, I think that's a brown turkey too, because it looks exactly the same. I don't think it's a different variety, the one that we got from the church, that cutting. So we just getting more and more stuff around that we can handle. What I like about figs is you really don't need to do much fertilizing, much watering. Once they get in the ground and get established, they pretty much take care of themselves, and the birds, get some food off of them. So thank y'all for watching the Grow Family Network, and as always, grow, grow, grow. Peace.